Hi guys, John Moore with you. On the video I did with the reveal of the McGack, I'll just show you here. I had it on this base. This is just a base I just threw together. I'll just remove the tank and I'll show you. Take a close look at it. Nothing extravagant, it's just a bare base. And a couple of people have asked me, how do I make it? I said, and Steve Mottram asked me would I do a quick video on showing it. He said it's a fabulous little thing. So I said, okay, why not? It's not hard, it's something to actually you throw together. A couple of little things needed, and I'll do it, just show you quick step by step. So if you bear with me for a few seconds, I'll just get a few bits and pieces together and we'll get started. Right. First of all, first thing we need is we need a base. We need something that we're going to display it on. I'm just using a couple of bits of scrap wood at the moment just to show you, because I'm not actually making a base, but you get the idea from this anyway, right? So you need a board, something reasonably solid, and back at my old friend again, the multi-purpose filler. This is all the pre-mixed stuff. See, I'm really going down to the end of it. It's pre-mixed stuff. It's quite gooey and sticky and what else, right? So what you do is get yourself a big large brush, dip it in water, have it really wet, and get this stuff up pasty, like that. And all you do is paste it onto the board, get it nice and thick, and pat it. Cover the whole board with that. Now, and in typical Blue Peter fashion, here's one I did last night, because it has to go dry. And all it is just a piece of board covered in plaster, and it's kind of got that peaks, you know. It's gritty, it's not flat anymore. So, from there, excuse me, we get some PVA glue. Now, with the PVA glue, we are quite generous with it. So, because I'm going splashing PVA glue on things, there's no harm to put down a couple of sheets of kitchen paper, just to soak up any residue, keep your bench clean. You know yourself, those mats, they're hard enough to keep clean as it is, and we don't want to go adding more to it. Alright, so there we go. PVA glue, non-sparing. See that? Quite a bit of it, not watered down. Use it in its thick form. Right, get a brush, and we give that a good coating. Nice and thick. A bit too thick, John. I know. Oh dear. Oh well, we can remove some. Yeah, I went a bit too thick on that. But you get the idea. We want it nice and thick. That is far too thick. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just get rid of one of these little cups. And I'll see, can I save some of that? And what one normally for waste? Sorry about all this, but I just kind of use a bit too much of the ghoul. Right. Messy job, lads, isn't it? I love messy stuff. Alright. Now, so the next step, after you've made a mess everywhere, right, let's just, I'll just put another bit over there, plop that into the water. No. So we got to this stage. Now usually I'd leave that dry. Well, not dry, but I leave it sit for a while. Someone once told me many moons ago that if you leave it sit for a while, it kind of gets a little bit tackier. Don't know whether it's true or not. Anyway, next step is this stuff, the gravel. Any ideas what it is? After it's been used, you would not do this. That's a hint. It's cat litter. Basic non-clumping cat litter. Has to be the non-clumping. The clumping cat litter, obviously when it gets a bit wet, it just forms little balls. Non-clumping cat litter, you could use it straight like that, or you can spend time taking out all the big ones, you know, the ones that are a bit too big. But I just leave them all in, and I sort it out on the base. So right, we'll centre up our base. Right, and we'll do it the same as what I did with that one. It's whereas I have most of it around the centre. Now, give it a good covering. You're covering the whole thing. Right. Now, this may not be the best way to make a quick diorama. It might be the worst one, but it works for me. Okay, get it all nicely covered. It's covered by about a reasonably good bit. Remember, that's quite wet and tacky. So next thing we do is we push it down with our hands. Just push it all down into place. Remember now, it's still wet. And normally what people would do if they're doing the thing is just leave it and then shake off the excess afterwards. But no. You get that now, we give it a shake off. And that'll get rid of any ones that are actually too big and things. Alright. We'll just tidy that away for a minute. Right, there's our basic base. Now what we do is we just take out ones that are too big. You know, depends what you're going to use it for, obviously enough, and things. Don't take them all out. Just take some of them. Okay? Now, you have it like that. I use one of these, it's actually a pipe knife. My father, God rest his soul, used to be a tobacconist. Now, with the pipe knife, just in little areas, like here. So we'll scrape off that section there. Another little bit there. Another bit there. And a bit here on the corner. Right? Now we've got our... Give that clean off. We've got our area here, 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 and there. Nicely cleaned off. Another little bit of PVA. Oh, we've got some here in a waste not whatnot, John. Right. We want it reasonably wet, not too stiff as that, shall we say. So make sure your brush is wet. Get a scoop of it up and dab it on here. Like that. The 3 areas, or the 4 areas, where we cleaned off just the sides. Right? Now, we'll put another little bit down here. We'll put a blob of it here. Just a little section of it here. That'll do us. only just getting a rough idea. Okay, next step is we use some of this stuff. There's Battlefields, there's Warlord, there's loads of different manufacturers of this stuff. Basically all it is, it's just the green flock. So it's good grass thing. I use 2 different variations, different colours of it. Alright, so we get down and we sprinkle on our flock. Get the flock out of here. Alright, we get our flock down. Now remember that in under all this is actually still wet, and there's still areas of exposed board that you probably, if you can't see with the naked eye, but you'll see it if you zoom in. And I'll show you what we'll be doing with those in a minute. Alright? And that little bit there on the corner. Alright, looks it easy. And I get the lighter one. I like this one, it's got little flecks of, it's not just all the one colour, it's got little flecks of different colour greens, there's some browns in there, there's little flecks of black and stuff. Make sure you don't take up too much of this when you're putting it on, because if you take up too much, when you're leaving it off like that, you can get clumps, see, just even into that, a big clump will form. They're hard to get rid of, then you're kind of pushing it down, you're sticking to it, and it's horrible. But anyway, getting the lighter colour over the top, just in, not covering it, just giving it a kind of it's like say a dry brushing, highlighting it, alright, there and there. Now, like I said, there will be patches of that are still wet. So what we do is we get a clump of this stuff, and from around that height, sprinkle it over and back. Like that. Over and back. Over and back. Okay, we get a little bit of the darker colour as well, why not? Just the smallest little bit. Alright, our next step. We leave this dry overnight, okay, or not necessarily overnight, but for a couple of hours. I'm not going to leave it dry for a couple of hours. This is just a quick video. So what we do next is we get some paints and some colours. Right? I just do 2. I just do 2 colours just to show you. I'm going to use Mournfang Brown, which is a brown colour, and I can't even see what it is anymore. But basically, it's it's my German grey. We get ourselves a little brush. We can go with the brown first. Give it a good shake. Try a bit of paint. And what we do is we just dab it on a few rocks here and there. Don't try and paint it on, because what you do is you'll pull. So you just a bit of dabbing motion. Here and there. You don't want it too together, and you don't want it too far apart either. Okay, that's the grey, or the brown, should I say. Bit of grey. And what it is just to break up the contrast and break up the thing, and you will see that it actually does what it says on the tin. Oh. No, it's not made by Ronseal. Anyway, right, we're nearly at the end. There's only one more thing to do, shall we say. Right. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. You fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way, gigging around on a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Now, how's that for a quick little dia? Next step, extra firm hold hairspray. Oh, I'm out of it. What you do is from about 6 inches away. So you like I'm back 6 inches from here. Excuse me, this is practically empty, but you're getting, you know what I'm doing. I'm giving it a nice coat of hairspray. Now, the reason for that is so your model smells nice and fresh at all times. No, it's not. It's to seal in any bits of loose stuff. And there you go. Finished article. Give it a bit of a turn, see? It really falls off it, and that's still sort of quite wet. Now, and we'll get a tank, stick a tank on it. I'll put that down. I'll just change the camera angle for you, so excuse the bumpy. Oh. And there you go. A quick little display base for a tank, truck, anything you want. And that took me up until now 17 minutes. So